Here Annie and I are running in the Supreme class. This is the second go-round. We found it to be quite challenging. To start with, I send Annie to find 3 head of yearlings that neither her or I can see from the handler's circle. Then from there, she has to complete 6 obstacles with them in order to finish the course. On this run, we were only able to complete 4 of the obstacles. Once the dog has found the cattle, she needs to bring them through the fetch gate. Once she's brought them through the fetch gate, we are able to collect 5 points per head on the gather, plus 5 points per head through the fetch gate. In the Supreme class, the dog needs to take the cattle on a lateral drive in order to line them up with the fetch gate. There are 3 judges on horseback who are watching to see if the obstacles are done correctly and to keep track of points. This turned out to be one of our best runs while we were there. She brought them straight through the fetch gate. Now for this next obstacle, she needs to bring them clockwise around the handler's circle, which, if completed correctly, again is 5 points per head. I had hoped you'd be able to hear the commands I'm giving Annie, but it ended up being a little too windy that day and the camera just wouldn't pick it up. Alright, she completed that. Now for the next obstacle is back out through the fetch gate, which is again 5 points per head. On to the next obstacle. We have to take them through the telephone poles, which are placed 4 feet apart. Poles proved to be tricky, as you can only collect points on any of the cattle that go clean through the poles without crossing over them at any time. Also, if any of the cattle pass the end of the poles without coming through clean, I will be unable to collect points for them on this obstacle. But I will not be able to proceed to the next obstacle until I have at least one of them come through the poles clean. I have only 7 minutes to try to complete the whole course. You can see I had one yearling in here that tends to be a little bit flightier than the other 2, which causes me quite a little bit of trouble. Also, when you rush for time, it's hard to think clearly. You'll see I end up spooking my cattle at least once. At this point, I decided to let the flightier one go and end up spooking my lead yearling. It sure is different from being home when you've got all the time you need to be patient and get the job done right. I probably should have just let that one go, but it sure is hard to make decisions while the clock is ticking. Here we're gonna try to set him up one more time. I found every time I tried to put pressure on my two calmer ones, the flighty one wanted to split. We tried to hold it for a little bit, and then I tell Annie to just let it go. We end up being able to collect 5 points on this lead. From here, the next obstacle is to put him in the pen. Look here, Annie's gonna take out after that escapee. I had to call her back and ask her to just work these two. They ended up calling my 7-minute time when they were just about ready to head in the pen. Getting to compete was sure a great experience. I thank God for all the people I got to meet and just being part of His creation. Thanks for watching. God bless.